Oh, yes. It's an Oreo.
Unbelievable. When I tell you this is unbelievable, I'm not kidding. This is like something I've never... Martha Stewart came up in here and made these.
This place is pretty amazing for their food, supposedly. I haven't eaten here yet.
Oh, so this place is known for their food.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of this?
The Little Red Door. Little Rock, sorry.
I gotta try the food in there then. I'm sitting over here trying the sweets.
No, they're supposed to have a fantastic bakery. What's her face? Someone that's used to work here every now and then.
We got a one-to-one, so I'm gonna let them start this.
Make us awkward.
Make us awkward.
Right. He's good at that.
One of the things, so we didn't get to watch your second episode, which
Okay.
like the preview gave me a little clue, but you seem like you're very strong. You know what you want. You've come in with a mission. Is that hard to do in a half hour, to come in and know that you've got to kind of bully, for lack? I mean, you're not actually trying to bully him,
Yeah.
but that's what it is.
No, totally. Especially because there isn't a lot of... The people are slowly piecing together the story.
Yeah.
Just as I was reading the script. So I thought it was really important that I showed the different layers of Chandra in that first episode, because even though she is a teenager and she is strong and she does have a specific thing she's going there to do, she's still young. So I want to show, we definitely, even just with the words, there were moments where she was kind of, okay, how did you become a celebrity type of thing? Because how would really you act? If you're a young girl, you're going to meet with a celebrity, even though there's a big backdrop of the story, you still would kind of have moments where you would show real moments of yourself. So I thought that was really important when I was doing it, and then also letting those vulnerable moments take over. Because at the end of the day, she is talking about her brother, and she is looking for someone to take accountability for what happened to her.
Nice. So, how did you get into the show? I mean, you're still kind of a young face on this.
Exactly. It was very normal, regular audition. Like, okay, I'm auditioning for this thing, and honestly, I had no idea what to expect. As far as the script goes, because they didn't let us read it.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, they didn't let us read it, or at least I didn't get it. So I only had the that 2-3 pages of lines, and then she sprung another one on me. The casting director sprung another one on me during the audition. But I did feel great about the audition. It was something that I had never played before, even though she did have that strength, which is a bit familiar to me. There was an undertone of wit that I've never been able to display in a movie before that really interests me, and I love the sarcasm, and I love that unconventional sass coming from a black girl. I loved it. And so I was like, I really want to do this. And when I got the role and I read the script, I was like, this isn't what I signed up for.
That's a lot of lines.
Exactly. It was monologue after monologue, and I was very intimidated. I have to admit, I was intimidated
You're
by
kind
that.
of thrown to the wolves a little bit, huh?
Thrown into the fire with the wolves.
And comedians are not, I've met comedians, they're not easy people to meet.
No.
They're either...
David was really good at that. The funny thing about it, he and I had a lot of chemistry, so it was a lot of fun for us. Yet we have this, our characters are supposed to have this intense, tension. So for he and I, it was like, we were like old buddies and old pals, like laughing and joking. So, we really had to get into the characters' minds, to deliver what was on paper.
Because comedians are either really big
Yeah.
on and off stage, or they're really big on stage and super quiet off
Yeah,
stage.
yes,
and
very true.
that was one
Very
of the things I liked about seeing Jace in your episode, is
Yeah.
that he vacillates between the two really easily. So he puffs himself up,
And you see the insecurity.
yeah, of
She did a great job of.
being a comedian and being a persona
Yeah.
versus being a person.
Yeah, completely. Completely.
And you're attacking that, which is what I think.
And that's why I love that. You could slowly see him cracking under this pressure, trying to figure out, okay, how do I manipulate this person to dig me? Do I manipulate them with my jokes? Thank you. Do I manipulate them with I'm trying to think the other approach he had. Is it with jokes, or is it with sympathy, or is it with
Sex.
Yeah. Like, he didn't have that many to choose from. Okay, you think I'm cool. And it's like, I love that line in the beginning when she says to him, I didn't come here to meet you. This isn't about me being a fan or giving a shit about what you do. This is about my brother. And I love that moment, because it's for him, it's like, this is a real moment that you really have to take
Yeah.
time to listen to. This is not something you can weasel your way out of, and it's the whole conversation. She's trying to get him to be a real person.
Yeah.
Was it intimidating? Hey, you said you were going to say.
I just want to throw this in while we're in minutes. The way you guys talk, you actually brought your brother to life.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that was big for us both because when we're reading the script, we're trying to figure out the story too. You know what I mean? Because Neil does a really good job at saying enough, but also leaving spaces in there where you have to kind of figure it out for yourself, type of thing. So I found myself when I was thinking, okay, how am I going to get this from? How am I going to make this real? How am I going to make it exciting for these people as they're sitting here watching this conversation? We don't move. We're just sitting here talking the entire time. How do I make this interesting? And like you said, I brought my brother to life. I made memories with him. You know what I mean? I made memories. I made moments. I created a history, and I created that moment. And how the change in him that must have taken hand, or why didn't he tell me? Why didn't I know, these things that he was going through, and all that type of stuff. So when the words came to me, and the time, all this stuff was playing in my head throughout the time of this filming, which is why I was so stressful, because I'm like going home taking this with me. And then when I get on set, and those words hit me, the monologues, those beautiful monologues that hit me, the emotion just flowed right out of me because I had been living with that character, for a while.
So the first time you sit down with David, was it pretty intimidating?
It was just like, oh my gosh, Angel!
You went to Angel, not Bones. I love that.
Oh my gosh, my sister was extremely obsessed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and when Angel got his show spinoff, we all were ecstatic. And so for me, it was like, oh my gosh, this is him. But then his personality he's so welcoming and he's very charismatic. He has a great personality. So like I said, it was easy for he and I. We became friends right off the bat. And it was just about finding the rhythm in those beats. And he also is great to work with because he allows you, he's really respectful as an actor and allows you to find where you want to go. He's very patient.
So can you tell us a little bit about your second episode with Cliff? The kind of the preview, like there's a little 50-second thing from the next one, so you kind of get a glimpse into there. You throw some pretty big things in the middle of that. Like you're like, no, I think you were one of the guys that bullied my brother to get him to that point where he killed himself. Like that's a rough conversation, even if you have a crush on him.
Right.
And that's a big swing in terms of.
I think what happens is, first of all, even just let's think about normal teenager awkwardness. It's like, okay, I like you, but do you like me? And is this why we're hanging out? And when you have what the issues that lie beneath, it's like, okay, now my insecurities are that much more amplified because there could be other reasons, really, truly other reasons as to why you want to hang out with me. And I think that was a big part of the undertone. But then also, Cliff was a bit edgy. He's a bit edgy, and it's like, okay, what kind of secrets are you hiding, my man? You know what I mean? You know what? It seems like he's hiding the secret.
Yeah.
And
it seems like an awkward place for a date.
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody else, except for Robbie, like if there's two teenagers, it seems like a really strange place to have a date because the restaurant seems so much nicer, and I don't know why.
To me, the restaurant reminds me of, even when I was there, the idea of it would remind me of a toast. You guys know the toast? That's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of reminds me of that place in the sense of like, that place is slightly upscale and celebrities for sure go there, and I think that some young kids would go there just like, oh, this is the place. This is the place where they go. This is the place where sometimes, Lauren or, the girl from the hills goes or whatever like that. I think it's probably a place that's become popular in California where it's kind of just like, even though we're a bit young, like, let's go. This is the place.
I mean, it seemed like a kind of. It would be an awkward place for me to go as a teenager on a date. Be like, yeah, I want to spend $75 to eat
and
lunch.
I think that's the thing. That's like the thing of California is that people really do that.
Yeah.
Teenagers really do go to these restaurants and they'll spend a few.
Yeah.
And she did let him know that she could pay for the lunch.
Yeah. Which I love.
And use his cell phone.
Yeah. Hilarious.
How much of yourself did you interject in the character then? Are you an up-in-your-face kind of person like that, or like?
I'm not confrontational, and if this were me, I would have taken more of the trying to forgive approach versus I want you to take accountability type of way. maybe in a relationship I would do, but if it was someone I did not know, I would be more so trying to be forgiving for my own soul. But that's something that I did admire about Chandra, is that he did need to take accountability for it. You know what I mean? In his character, just that person he needed to take accountability for it, and I liked her strength in saying, I'm going to be the person that allows you to grow, because you're not growing now. You're living selfishly, and you're only living for yourself. Therefore, you're not growing. You're not thinking about anyone else, and you're not contributing anything into the world. You're only feeding you. And I really respected that, and I just admire that strength in that character, to be so young and to go and to do that.
No. What do you have coming up?
Oh, I have a Crazy Sexy Cool, the TLC movie. It's a biopic. Chili.
What?
Chili.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So I'm
that
really
must be a
excited
fun role.
Oh my gosh, so much fun from a fan's point of view. I mean, like, just the fact that the movie's coming out, I'm excited myself, and then the fact that I'm in it, it's a double
That's
whammy.
a bonus.
Yeah, exactly, it's a bonus. So I'm really excited about it. It comes out in October, and I think the movie is so, I don't know. I tried to think of, I was telling the other guy, I was trying to think of a movie that it could kind of put you in the mind of, as far as, because they're asking me, what type of biopic is this? And it would kind of put you in the mind of it has the same type of vibe, I feel, as like The Temptations. And it does a really good job at balancing every character's life, what they went through, and how the part it played in their music. And that's one of the amazing things about TLC, even for me, when I read the script and I saw everything that was going on. What they wrote about, they really knew about.
Yeah.
Like, they really were going through that, and their lives were still very much regular. And you won't believe it when you watch the film that that's the reality of it, but it really was. And even though it's still tragic in a way, I mean, it just lets you know that much more, that they really were meant to be, and they really had a story to tell and a journey to go through to really inspire the world the way that they did.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, pretty awesome. They're a great group.
For sure. Is that it, or?
Oh, and then also I'm working on my music with Bangladesh. My producer Bangladesh is the executive producer for my album, and so I've been working on that. I should be going back to Atlanta very soon. Thinking about filming, shooting. Music people say shooting a video soon for one of the records that I did, and yeah, I'm very excited about it, putting together this album.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Very cool. I think we're out of time.
All right.
Thank you.
We're being
Thank you
kicked out.
guys so
Thank
much.
you.